let's see the order here. Yeah, you're right. Perfect. Now let's discuss the incubation of tomorrow. I might start with you, Tapio. What should be the future focus for incubators? Sector, industry?
First of all, maybe I need to make a disclaimer. If anyone had told me a year ago that I would be working for a university, I would have told them that they are crazy. Well, I'm working for a university now, so I guess I have to admit I'm crazy. And well, those of who may know me are aware that that's not too far from the truth. I'm struggling a little bit with the question in a sense that even the index UBI, I don't know how on earth did you come up with three so contradictory words: university, business, incubation or incubator. Because university is a kiss of death to business in many cases, and it's also, in my books, pretty much kiss of death also to incubator, if you have the incubation in the university. And well, Startup Sauna, what we have in Alto University, is pretty high on the ranks, but the point is that it's not university incubator in my thinking. It's fully operated and run by the students. All what the university did was just give a facility and stay out of the way. And that's how it's going. So in that sense, I would say that the focus for the incubators in, let's say, around or close to universities is something that the markets around the university or the ecosystem environment should define. And well, if you think about what we are like doing in the university, we don't have the luxury to decide what the focus is. Because literally in Alto we have spin-offs coming out of women's underwear to nanosatellites. So pick your focus there. It's not possible. In that sense, in the university we need to do a bit like a boutique incubation within our own teams and then rely on the surrounding environment to take it from there. Excellent.
I see a lot of nods in the audience here also. So. Søren, we know that a lot of incubators are coming up lately. From your experience with scaleIT, what do you think about the role of the Nordic Incubators? Could we work more together to be able to succeed globally, or?
Yeah, I wish we were working more together. Actually, just in these networking sessions, I've been talking to numerous of you guys that is clearly an interest of more collaboration between the Nordics. And I think it makes perfect sense. What I do is that I help companies from Denmark come to the Silicon Valley. Over the last 2 years, we help about 40 companies from Denmark get a sense of what's going on over there. And to keep doing this, I think collaboration is key, because we need quality companies to take them abroad, and we cannot leverage that just in Denmark, for example, and because we're too small of a country. The same with Finland. We were actually discussing this in the break. So I think in relation to incubation and helping companies get abroad, I think collaboration in the Nordics is key. And yeah, I can't wait to discuss that at the other conference as well.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you. Kjell Ha, with your experience both private sector and VINNOVA, the Swedish agency for innovation, how could this be developed? Where are we heading with this business development focus?
Let me first start by saying that I was really pleased to hear Lars Henrik and Mats say that this is a talent game. My view of summarizing research seems to say that it's about talent and luck. And what can we do about that? No, and somebody said that strangely enough, the more I practice, the more luckier I get. So it's about training. It's not about execution. It's about training, being outside with your 2 feet, not at your desk. So that is how luck and talent can be combined. An incubator can be a great one in facilitating that. Now, my view in the future of incubation is that it has been very supply-driven. You're creating all these products and services and companies, and who would like to have them? They have been pitching to VCs. It's like a customer's an excuse to get to meet the VC. And that's a strange way of looking at business, and which have been, in my way, a lot of how incubators has been in operation. So my view of the next is really to be working more with, I would say, challenge-driven, customer-driven processes, facilitating those in incubations and running those kind of processes and get good, talented people to address societal needs, customer needs, the needs of the big companies, and have them work together on a co-creation basis. That would be an interesting way of proceeding or pursuing incubation. And I would like to see that more in the future.
Yeah, excellent. Comment?
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree. I mean, in general, I think universities don't have a sense of what's going on in the real world. I'm sorry to say, guys, but we need for the entrepreneurs at the universities to get outside the building and stop listening to people teaching theory about how innovation works. That's not how it's done in practical. Lars Henrik was stressing that in the beginning. I think it's important that you made a point about students running incubators. I think that makes great sense. But we also, if teachers are to teach entrepreneurship, do it in the practical way instead of being theoretical about it. Because that's really, if we are to talk students, that's really the way to go about it.
And maybe to continue from there, that of course in Startup Sauna, the students are running the show, but well, we have the pro bono coaches. I'm actually one of them as well, which is a pool, or that's the link to the surrounding business ecosystem there. And that's how we actually make the things happen there the way they are going. Because it's not about like theories how you run the startup. It's really going out to your potential customer and understanding what the needs are and testing your own product or service, whether it flies or not. If it doesn't, most of the teams we have in Sauna, they probably pivot maybe 2-3 times during the 6-week period, because we take them out there to get them killed, more or less.
Okay, great. Let me continue on that note, Tapio. Alto Center of Entrepreneurship has an interesting position in between the entrepreneurial system and the university. What can be done to boost the interaction between research and the market? We are talking about it more on action base.
What we are trying to do really is that Alto Center for Entrepreneurship is basically TLO to start with. So we are taking care of all the university patents and the licensing going to the big companies and so forth. But what we've added there is also a spin-off creation or incubation type activity. So we're spinning off probably 10 companies every year. And that's the preferred way of getting all the research out to the ecosystem or the society. And that's kind of the bridge I see us being there when we are running and creating these new companies. We are exposing our, let's say, university research and the researchers also to the surrounding business ecosystem and environment. And of course, the biggest challenge for us is to really find those the teams. So we get the top-notch researchers, technologies there, but where do we get those entrepreneurship-minded people running the show, and then also experienced business people knowing how to really the value chains and the actual operation is being put together. Excellent,
thank you. Any comment? Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say that, as our friend in venture capital says before, the big companies doesn't really look like they're looking inside incubators and really looking to buy companies. So it seems like there's a gap between what the big companies say that they want to do and what we try to say that we should get them inside the big companies. They don't really look, at least from my perspective, I don't see many large Danish companies coming to campuses and looking for startups. What I would love to see more is that these incubators starting to work together between the universities. I think it's, for example, in Denmark, we have the Danish Technical University. They do about 100 patents a year within technology. Only 5 of these patents come out as real companies. And that's because these technical people don't know how to build a business. So it would be great to see more collaboration between universities, for example, Copenhagen Business School and the DTU. So collaboration between incubators and not looking at them as separate entities, I think also is key to make stuff happen in the future.
But I'll give you a question, Kjell Ha. What role does business incubator play in making this innovation happen? For example, the interface between research and industry. Can you dwell more on?
I can comment on that. Before, I would like to say also related to the previous discussion that, and what Staffan was saying, that I would like to see that a part of corporate social responsibility would be to make business with small companies. That should be a culture. If I'm in a large company, it should be my way of giving back to the society, doing business with young entrepreneurs, with young companies. That would be part of the corporate social responsibility. I think we should have that. That's part of it in US, but not here. We should get them because we are losing against them since we don't have this. Now talking about elaborating the interface between the university, which we were talking right now on, I have been for several years said that we need chefs in the research. I usually claim that research, they create ingredients for food, but they don't know how to make the dishes. They invent the curry, and they want to patent the curry, and they want to study who eats curry. But who has seen curry on a plate? You want chicken and curry, like in the sandwich we had. But they are not the chefs. And we need the chefs to be in the research, not as an afterburn chamber that you go to when you have the patent, or which is really overrated as a source of business success, and going to the incubator. The incubator has to come to the research and be the chefs there, and not wait for the business plans or the patents or whatever that should be the source of creating a successful company. I don't believe in that.
Excellent. Søren, I would like to ask the last question for you and end with the focus on the incubator companies, the companies. What are the must-haves of the companies when they step out of the airplane at San Francisco International Airport?
They need to be open-minded and really be ready to start talking to people. I think just in general about people from the Nordic are a bit sit back more and like stay in the corner when talking to other people. You need to be out there and aggressively talking to people, because leveraging network and leveraging people is really the way to make it happen over there. So yeah, just be open-minded of whatever you do, and you'll find the people that can help you. It's not really that difficult to meet the right people. So go there and try it out.
Great. Let that be the end note of this panel. So please join me in an applaud for this panel.